second topic that we'll discuss today is the PvP war zones. Well, I think that there will be two kinds of war zones. The first one being something like battlegrounds. That it will be a closed PvP that you will enter it through. Again, some kind of portal. I like this word. Portal. Yeah, and it will be more or less like battlegrounds in WoW. So it will be either, I don't know, capture the flag or gain resources, whatever. And I also think that there will be more to PvP than that. That there will be also some open PvP, like the RVR lakes in Warhammer, and well, there will be some objectives to accomplish in those let's call them PvP lakes, and well, you will be able to enter and exit them freely. Well, on a server with a lot of population, there will be always something going on there, so it won't be boring at any point. And yeah, that's how I imagine PvP.
So you basically imagine the same as it was in Warhammer. We had scenarios there, and we had the RVR lakes, right?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. I think that it will look something like that, because, well, let's face it, what innovative they can introduce in PvP.
Well, that's what I was wondering. But what I wrote, imagining this whole scenario of mine, is that there would be battlegrounds, like you said, capture the flag or get the resources. There would be open RVR lake where they would just gain the basic objectives and fight each other all the time. But I think what they are trying to do with war zones is that they are going to introduce some kind of very strict scenario kind of PvP into the game. For example, that you get a group of couple people and you get to do something very I'm having problems right now.
But you've said that, well, imagining it's the kind of this scenario that Empire strikes some buildings, they have to claim well, objectives. They have.
Yeah, that's what I imagined. That it would be a step-by-step way of accomplishing the PvP. That, for example, at first you have to capture this point and break something there or something like that. You know what I'm driving at, or not really?
Yeah, but again, it is. Well, it would kind of resemble those. How were they called? Open quests in Warhammer, or
public quests. Public quests in Warhammer.
Yeah, I think that it could work that way. That yeah, you go into a PvP lake and there are some objectives to accomplish, and well, the whole scenario is it has some phases, some stages.
You're very accurate at this point, because that's what I'm imagining, that it would be exactly like public quests, only that with PvP, because public quests were PvE based in Warhammer, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And well, but the only drawback I see here is that, well, it would kind of work better if it would be on a closed area. If you need to assemble a group to go there, and well, you're not able to go in there anytime, like battlegrounds in WoW or scenarios in Warhammer. Because if we kept such, well, let's call them public PvP quests,
so to call it,
open, it would be kind of messy, because some people would be already at the last objectives, and then some other would be at the beginning of it, and they would be pissed because they can't do it from the start, and they have to I don't know, they can't do it from the start.
Okay, yeah, completely agree with you on this point.
So yeah, that sums up our well,
PvP part.
Yeah.
So the next feature introduced on E3 was the playable species and different races. Well, basically we don't really have much to say about that, do we?
Well, yeah, not really. We have to say that they were introduced. Wow, yeah, you will be able to play something else beside human.
Which is nice.
Yeah,
at least in my opinion.
But from what we've read on the Star Wars website, it won't work that way. That any class can be any species.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit worried about that.
Yeah, so am I, because well, let's be honest. Some of us may have our, I don't know, favorite species in the Star Wars universe.
You like Ewoks, I know.
Yeah, I love Ewoks. But I wouldn't play an Ewok. It would be, well, a race to laugh at. Yeah, they would be great. But well, obviously even if Ewoks would be playable, then I don't think that they would suit such a class as Trooper.
Well, they've shown this green guy in a Trooper armor. I think they called calamaris, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, he looked terrible.
Yeah, but well, as far as those calamari go, they maybe look terrible, but they kind of suit a Trooper class.
Yeah, but what I'm worried about is that they will make something like in WoW, that they will add some features specific for the race, and that you will be able to combine a race with a class in such a way that it will somehow give you advantage over the others, and I really don't want that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very nice. Well, let's face it, that the race should only affect your appearance. It should only be well, part of your character customization. Thank you.
Exactly.
And yeah, what I'm afraid of that I will choose my race. That I will think, I want to play this one. I want to be that one. And then it will be a big disappointment, because the class that I will choose won't be able to
play as this race.
Or this race won't be able to play as this class. And it's the same, but the other way around.
Yeah, and I also want to mention that well, for people who somehow know us from before the Toy Soldiers project, know that we always had some kind of a grudge with elves, and I would like to announce that Twi'leks are new elves, so go ahead.
Yeah, they're so gay!
So go ahead and play the Twi'leks.
Yeah, and that's it about species, I think.
Yeah.
Species. Yeah, that one. The next subject that we'll talk about are the classes. Well, what we've seen on E3 videos, and what both Menti and I really like and look forward to it, is the ranged tank.
I love the idea.
I absolutely adore the idea. It's, well, first of all, it's unique.
Yeah.
No one has ever thought of it before, which is well, it's the double plus for BioWare, and well, it will be really, I think, very interesting and demanding for a trooper to tank from a ranged position, because well, usually the tank is the one who is closest to mobs, to the boss, because he has to collect all the aggro, and well, but it is also this way because no one has ever thought before of a ranged tank, and I think if Trooper will have enough skills that generate a lot of aggro, and well, they will have the range. It's really quite a simple solution to tanking, but yet a very innovative one, and I really look forward to it. I think that it will be something very cool.